Towed in from Cousin Pookie's shop. Uh-oh, my key not working, guys. I want to know why. Now, I don't know why it won't start, guys. They just said it was towed in. Let's see. Key and ignition. Uh-oh, I'm getting nothing. Y'all see that light flashing? That is a security light, guys. We may very well have a security key issue. Maybe that's why I was towed in. Cousin Pookie don't know how to do this. Guys, I got my scan tool hooked up. Now, guys, 260? 2,000 miles. This thing got a 3.5 in it. Y'all see this code? B1835. Unidentified key communication area. Guys, looks like we're going to need a key. Now, you can't look at these keys and tell if they're good or bad. However, based off the life of this vehicle, chances are this key and this skill module, okay, don't leave that part out. Yes, I'm gonna recommend a key and a skill module to get this thing back going based off my computer. Okay, this is part of the security system, guys. If the code in this key don't match the PCM, it will never start. When the parts get here, we're gonna put this in, so y'all stay. Alrighty, guys, plot twist. All right, good news for this customer. Yes, let me turn this off because it ain't gonna start. Y'all see what I got here? Ladies and gentlemen, I have a new key. Y'all remember this? I played those 2 shorts before this video came on. I got a new key, and guess what else? Guess what showed up? A dealer finally decided to let it go. See, the dealers that have these parts, they don't want to let them go. Well, sometimes one dealer would call another parts department and ask them, do they have a part? If they have maybe one on hand, sometimes they don't want to sell it, all right? Or, I mean, I don't know. I don't think they can jack the price up on it. But yeah, this is what this is the skim module, screen module, RKE module. Go by a lot of different names. Noid module. Go right there, guys. I hope y'all understand the benefits of this system. Okay, it's for security reasons, guys. There's a chip in this key. All right. Now the chip has to match the chip in this. Okay. Now the chip in this have to match the chip inside of your car computer, the PCM. That's under the hood. If all those 3 things are in sync with one another, okay, then your car will be allowed to crank. However, if one is not in sync with the other, you're not going to get a crank. Now, the way to take away crank is, I want to say, through a lot of bus networking, it takes away the ground signal. Pin 85, y'all know how a starter relay work, right? Okay, if the PCM doesn't see this signal from the skim module to determine if it matches the signal in the PCM, that ground signal at the starter relay will not work. And you got to have that in order for your car to crank. Okay. Now, a couple of things. If this key is wrong and some random guy just come up here and stick it in and start it, you may start and run. On some cars, you'll start and run for maybe 3 seconds. And all of a sudden the computer go, wait a minute. That ain't the key to this car. Hold on. Warning. 2 seconds later, you're about to be ejected. The car shut off. What's happening there is the PCM will shut the fuel pump off via the fuel pump relay or either the ASD relay. All right, so there's a lot of trickery going on behind the scene, all in an effort to make sure your car unable to be stolen. Okay, it's for theft. It's theft reason, theft protection. Now, why do they fail? Y'all saw this when this is the old key. See, right now I have no crank. Now, the way to diagnose that is you really have to have a real good scan tool, because I'm looking at input data. All right, input data, I can see. If I turn this to crank, I should see crank. If I don't, I need to find out why. The signal from here will go to the PCM, which will be transferred to my scan tool and tell me if crank was available. If not, you got a problem. Now, because my computer, I can visually see, this is a module. I can visually see input data from this. All right, so if I'm getting the proper inputs, that means the outputs to everything else should be intact. The thing about that is I'm not receiving the proper inputs. I wish I had my scan tool I can show y'all, because this stuff better when seen. If you got a good scan tool, look on the input data. Damn, I need to, I'm going to try to go get my tool and show y'all. All right, guys, y'all want to see something? Okay, let's look at data input. Do y'all see this right here? Okay, valid skim key. Y'all see what that says? No. All right. Now, however, the key, you can see key in ignition. Yes, it can see that. Key reset notification, valid skim key, no. Ignition switch status, run position. It's in the run position. It's amazing how this is an invalid key according to the data input, but the key is in ignition. Interesting. Input, like inputs. What I mean by inputs is it's looking for input data. All right, you turn it, I'm the car owner. I have the key. All right, I want to go in and start my car. I stick my car in here. All right, I turn it to run first. No, the bell rings. That lets the skill module know. Wake up! Wake your ass up. We're getting ready to go. The owner want to go somewhere. The owner got to go to the store and get, a bag of Cheetos and some pop. All right, so wake up. So everything wakes up. Now when the owner turns to run, input data come to this and say, all right, everybody woke. We ready to fire off. Now the owner, this is all real quick. So he don't just go in and do a couple of detents at a time. He go in and stick his key in there and go all the way to crank. Now, once he get to crank, that's another input. So I want to show y'all all three of those inputs via my scan tool. I guess we can look at it when I get the new one in, because we're not going to, it'll look better if you don't see them. That way you'll know what to look for when you have this problem. All right, but I got a security light on. All right, guys, I got to get this replaced. Let me see how difficult this is. I might have to go get, that's a Phillips head screwdriver in here. How difficult. Not too bad at all. All right, guys, let me go grab a couple tools, and we're going to get this replaced real quick. Y'all stay tuned. All righty, guys, I had to go grab a few tools. I had to get this panel, get that black panel out of the way first, the knee bolster, and then the steel panel out of the way, just a couple of 10mm bolts. Now I'm removing the 4 hold-down screws, I want to say, for the skill module. Okay, once you get those out, I guess you can dig your way under here, steering wheel in the way, and pull it out. All right, come on out of here, baby. So as far as replacing it, it's fairly freaking easy. Here it is. Whoa. I got it. Now I'm going to merely unplug it for now. Come on out of there. All right, so here's my new one, guys. What I'm gonna do now is just simply plug it up and not bolt it up. Okay, I'm just going to program it and get it to work first. I know we can verify, because if you plug it up now and stick your key in there, nothing's gonna happen anyway. You still, it hasn't been married to the car. What they call that, initialized. So let me plug this up. Now, where's my brand new key? I'm gonna put my key in here. Now I'm going to go get my scan tool. Well, let me prove to y'all that a new key and a new module means absolutely nothing. It has to be freaking programmed. Oh, that's a useless step anyway, because I'm working with one hand. Oh, you get a bell. See that? Nothing. So let me marry this key and this skill module to the PCM. And now, in order to do that, you need, I'm starting to hear conflicting stories as it relates to this, guys. This piece of paper right here, I had to go to the parts department. I don't want y'all to see the VIN. However, I don't care about y'all seeing the code, because it's useless. This is the code. I had to go to the dealership, parts department, give them the VIN of the car and show proof of ownership in order for them to retrieve this car's security code. I'm gonna leave this paper. It's a 2010 model, so it's not a rolling skim code, which means it's not gonna die off in 24 hours or anything like that. So I'm gonna leave this in the glove compartment. This, technically, the owner of the car is entitled to his security code. Anyway, all right, let me plug my scan tool up and we're gonna look at some more data and get this key program. Let's get it. Alrighty, guys, I have my scan tool hooked up. I have my screen hooked up. I'm on the WCM, which stands for wireless control module. What I'm going to do now, remember, this is a brand new key and a brand new skill module. What I need to do now is, first thing I'm going to do, where is it at? Program, reset, no, WIN replace. WIN module. It's a wireless control module, but they call it WIN module here. So I'm going to click that because I just replaced it. Use this function when the WIN has been replaced. Yes, that's exactly what I did. Hit continue. And what do they want me to do now? Checking the ignition system data. Remember, the key has to be on. Check pin for, all right, here's my pin code right here. Let's input that data. What I say, 410 5. 4105. Continue. Yes, I'm sure. 4105. Yes. Are you sure? Click continue. Pin has been programmed. Whoa. Oh, it has been programmed to the card. So I'm going to click continue. Now, you can't, it's transferring the key, but it's assuming I'm using a known good original key. I'm in fact not. Okay. Secret cycle ignition key prior. Let me see what happened. This key hasn't been programmed yet, but let me see what happened if I turn it off and try to start it. Nothing. All right, so we need to proceed to programming the freaking key. So we're going to close that. Now we're going to go back to program ignition keys. Oh, wrong one. Programming. This function is to be used when programming the ignition key. Duh. Checking ignition status. All right. Checking for pin. Okay, I'm going to have to enter the pin again. All right, hit continue. 4105, 4105. Yep, I'm sure. Yes. Continue. It's an unprogrammed key is in there. Continue. And we wait. Hey, heard that bell? That's a good sign right there. Look at that, guys. Programming key was successful. No, I don't want to program another key, so I'm going to hit cancel. Now, from there, we simply find out if all your hard work was worth it. Ooh. Yes! Well, we got crank. Let me turn it off and do it again. Uh-oh. Getting cranky, but now I ain't getting... This damn thing got gas in it. Oh my goodness, I got gas. Why ain't it starting? All right, so we got a different problem. I don't know what to tell you. We got a whole different problem, guys. Now I got cranky. Remember before the security light was on? The security light is not on now. And on top of that, I'm cranky. So I don't know why this hell. I'm not getting no gas. So they're going to have to pay for diagnosis. Now, let me explain something to y'all. This just went from a no crank complaint to now a no start. Do y'all understand the difference between a no crank and a no start? All right. Before I made this repair, this was considered a no crank. All right. Hear me out now. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot diagnose a no start if you don't have a no crank. In other words, the no crank is... It must be there, okay? It's automatic. It has to. You have to be able to crank in order to start. That's what starting is. Starting is a form of your engine cranking over first and anticipating that it's going to start. So we just went from a no crank complaint to a no start complaint. Oh my goodness, more bad news for this lady. But what I'm going to do before I go ask her for more diag time to figure out why it won't crank, I'm going to do the small preliminary stuff myself, guys. I'm not that kind of guy. I get it. We barely found this, and she barely had enough money for this. But guys, I know some of y'all get caught in your feeling. That's not my problem. But I'm going to do what I can. All right. I just hate when people get in the comment, "Oh, you suck, man. Why don't you help the lady out?" All right. I just did what I'm supposed to do. Damn. Why won't it freaking? It's not out of gas. Maybe the fuel pump has failed. That's what that sound like. So y'all know what I'm gonna do? The very same thing I did on that 300. Remember the white 300 I uploaded yesterday? Okay, I'm gonna spray some starter fluid in it. We have now fixed the no crank. It's not a no crank anymore. It's a no start. Okay, the old model charge. Let me update y'all on what's going on. Remember this is the one that I had a no crank. Started off as a no crank. Well, I got a skim and a key program. I got that part diagnosed and replaced the skim and the key. Now I got a no start condition. So it went from a no crank to a no start complaint. All right. So it's similar to the same diagnosis I did on that 300. Y'all see what I got here? Yeah, I'm all out of Mopar. starting fluid. All right, so what I'm about to do is simulate fuel presence. That's what I think's going on. I think it's not starting because it's not getting fuel. Remember, you need 3 things to start, guys. You can't be missing fuel and still start. So what I'm gonna do, or what I did, was spray it in there, similar, just sprayed in there. We just want some gas to try to get down there through the intake and to the intake manifold and get down in the combustion area so it can ignite and possibly start. If it start, it's safe to suspect the fuel pump. Okay, but again, like I say all the time, don't automatically condemn the fuel pump until you check. Make sure you got power supply and ground going to the fuel pump. All right, is this my new key? No, here's my new key. I just programmed this stuff. So I went from a no crank to a no start. So we're gonna fire this thing up and see if it'll start. Here we go. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. What are the chances of a car needing a freaking fuel pump and a skim module? Oh my goodness, you talking about hell. I'm about to catch hell trying to explain this. Now keep in mind, it was told here, guys. Oh my freaking goodness. That's why I use the word all the time called coincidence. It is a coincidence that your car have 2 problems. Oh my goodness, the customer's not going to understand this at all. So I got to practice on how to explain this. Number 1, I'm going to tell the truth. You came in as a no crank. You wasn't getting no signal from the key and the skim. We got to fix that first. That's fixed. Now you're cranking, but now you're not starting. And the reason you're not starting is because, I got to have a tank of gas. It's because we're not getting fuel pressure. We're not getting any fuel to the injectors. Now, again, before I condemn the fuel pump, I'm going to check, make sure I got power supply and ground. Y'all know what a fuel pump is, right? Underneath the seat. So let me take this seat off and verify I got power supply and ground. Alrighty, guys, let me get us a crack. Like I said earlier, we went from a no crank to a no start. As you can see, my test light lighting. I need a fuel pump. Damn, 262,000 miles. I need both fuel pumps if that's the case. This customer is gonna have oh my goodness, she's gonna be pissed. What do y'all think? How should I explain this? Put in the comments and give me a nice, now we all know the truth, right? So you can't say, I can't get on YouTube and ask him, give me a truthful way to explain this, because it's obviously, I have a fear that the truth not gonna work. All right. Yeah, there's gonna be a long shot for me going in that mail. You needed that skim module and that key. That was high dollar, guys, and we took a long time to get it. You need a skim module and a key. You sure that's all I need? Yes. All right, you got it. You told me that's all I need. Now you're telling me I need $500, $600, $700 more for a fuel pump? Yes, I'm sorry. So, I don't know, guys. I will keep y'all up to date. I'm closing this video. I just have to tell y'all what happened via a shorts video. So hopefully y'all watch the long video as well as the shorts video, because again, they tell a story, all right? And I don't want to leave y'all out of the story, all right? So let's get us a shot, see what happened. Oh my goodness. Happened to the best of us, guys. I still want to know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section what's the best way to explain this to a customer, all right? I got to go, man. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.